In 2022, the Georgia Faith and Freedom Coalition knocked on 601,000 doors during the general election, including more than 100,000 in the 6th congressional district. The 6th district is a key battleground that decides who wins Georgia. It's the North Atlanta suburbs going up to Dawson County. We're going to be doing even more in 2024, and we're so pleased to have you with us tonight to help us in that effort. Now it's my honor to introduce our next speaker, Attorney General Chris Carr.
Well, good evening, everybody. Mac, thank you so much. Ralph, thank you for choosing Patriots Day, because there is nothing better to be in this room with a group of people that cares about the words duty and honor and patriotism. And you see that through our prayer. You saw it with the pledge, and the best national anthem I've heard since Chris Stapleton sang at the Super Bowl. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be, I said last year when I was with y'all, I believe in the dignity, the value, and the worth of every human being. And that's why I am honored to continue to fight for life, to continue to fight for the Life Act right now against those on the left that don't believe what we believe. I do believe in the dignity and the value and the worth of every human being, both the born and the unborn. And I do believe an unborn child is a child that is worth fighting for and is worth defending. Along that same vein, again, I believe in the dignity and the value and the worth of every human being. That's why I think all Georgians deserve to be safe. In fact, it's part of our Constitution. It says it's the paramount duty of government to protect person and property. That's what government is supposed to do. And that's why I'm proud that those legislators that are here, Governor Kemp gave us the authority to fight gangs and domestic terrorism. We've got, and I'll take a round of applause for that. In the 1 year that we've had the authority to fight gang activity all around the state, we've indicted nearly 90 individuals, including 11 in Athens where the DA chooses not to do her job. That is a dereliction of duty. And why is this issue important? The Constitution says it is, but also who are the communities that are most often terrorized by gangs? Lower income, racially diverse and immigrant populations, and it's Republicans that are the cavalry that are coming to defend all Georgians, and we should be proud of that. And on the domestic terrorism front, you may have heard recently that we've indicted 61 militant anarchists who are anti-police and anti-business. I got to be honest with y'all, I'll never understand how we got to where we are. I mean, here we are on the anniversary of 9/11. We just acknowledged EMTs and firefighters and law enforcement officers, the people that run into the fire and into the danger, not away from it at our most vulnerable times. And we're trying to build a public safety training center in Atlanta, and some disagree with it, which is fine to disagree. You can stand on the street corner and you can say that you wish that it wasn't built, and that's fine. In fact, I'll defend your right to do that. I'll tell you why I think you're wrong, but I'll defend your right to do it. But if you come to this state, you throw rocks through the buildings of the contractors and those that support the building of this training center, you throw Molotov cocktails into police cars and on construction vehicles, and you shoot police officers, and I'm not going to look the other way. I'm going to hold you accountable, and I'm going to make sure that this training center is built. And I've been proud as the Attorney General to fight for our children. It starts with human trafficking. I'm always so proud to talk about it. Last year alone, we rescued and assisted 116 victims, 116 lives that will forever be changed. This year alone, we've indicted 25 individuals, sellers, buyers, and a hotel clerk recently that was in on the act. That's the first time we've done that, and we're going to continue to do it. I'll take a round of applause. But it's not just that. Georgia's children need educational opportunities. I said, who's most often terrorized by gangs? Lower income, racially diverse, and immigrant population. Who's most harmed when you don't have a choice in education? Lower income, racially diverse, and immigrant populations. And it's Republicans that are fighting for those things. And I'm proud to fight for that. And I'm proud to fight against those that want to teach our children that America is inherently racist through CRT. It's wrong, because we're not. And I'm proud to stand up and fight for our children. I'm proud to stand up and fight to say, you know what, boys should compete in boys sports, like Will Wade said, and girls should compete in girls sports. And boys should use the boys' restroom, and girls should use the girls' restroom. Because, my friends, children are not social experiments. They are not science experiments. They are not political theories. They are children, and they deserve to be protected. And I'm going to continue to do just that. And the Biden administration gives us something to fight about every single day, and we're going to keep fighting. I've fought to make sure that you and I have the right to freely exercise our chosen religion however we see fit, because that's a cornerstone of America. That includes coaches that want to kneel at the 50-yard line at the end of the football game, not just one coach, but all coaches, and fight against those on the left that want to do away with even the simplest religious symbols like a cross in public life. We'll continue to fight against that. I fought to make sure that you and I have the right as law-abiding citizens to defend ourselves, our families, and our properties, because we have that constitutional and God-given Second Amendment right. And we fought against the Biden administration on vaccine mandates and on their misguided economic policies, and to make sure the federal government does the one thing it's supposed to do, that's defend our nation, and that starts with a strong border and a secure border. Now, there's an election coming up in 2024. We have a president that doesn't know who he is, where he is, or what he's doing. We need a Republican president of the United States. And you just heard from Rich McCormick, and we have other members of our congressional delegation. You have Will Wade and members of the legislature. We need to send those Republicans back to Washington to fight for us. We've got to make sure Will and these great conservatives go back to Atlanta to continue, because I don't think the legislature gets enough credit for what it does for this state. Because, my friends, we live in the greatest state in the nation, and we need to keep it that way. Thank y'all.